Okay, this is the in-cab inspection. First, we're going to check your seat belt. You're going to pull on it, make sure it's not cut or torn. You're going to grab it and actually latch it in. You latch it in, make sure it's properly secure and mounted, and unlatches. You're going to say you're going to check for fuses in the glove department. Normally that's where they're kept. You're going to check for your 3 red triangles. You want to say that they are working properly and they are secure to the floor. So therefore they're not going everywhere. You also want to check for your fire extinguisher. Your fire extinguisher is properly charged and is rated, and that is also secure to the floor. This is when you would tell the instructor that you want to do a safe start. So you want to make sure it's in neutral. Pressing the clutch. Go ahead, crank it over. Start it up. When you do start it up, you want to let them know that you was looking at your ABS light and make sure that that was on at that point in time. Now you want to check for your gauges. You want to check your water temperature. You want to check for your oil pressure. You also want to check any other gauges and make sure that they are climbing to proper operating range. And you want to check the voltmeter to make sure that that is operating and showing a steady current or a charge. And the ABS and the air lights, you want to make sure the air gauges are working properly and the ABS light is operating and went off. Next, you want to tell them about your mirrors on the outside. You want to check your mirrors, make sure they're checked and they're properly adjusted and visible for you to see and drive. You want to check your windshield next. You want to check your windshield, make sure it's clean, not cracked, and there's no illegal stickers, and it's free of debris. You also want to check your windshield wipers, all speeds. You want to make sure they work on all speeds, going back and forth. You also want to check, and on the windshield wipers, you want to make sure they're not torn or frayed, and they're not cut. You also want to check that you have windshield wiper fluid, and you go ahead and press in the fluid, and make sure you got fluid coming out. Check your windshield wiper fluid. Next, you want to check your lights. You want to check your high and low beams. You want to check your turn signals, both ways. You also want to check your 4-ways. Make sure they're all working and the light indicator all works properly. You want to check your city horn. This is your city horn. You want to press that. You also want to check your air horn. You will pull that down to check your air horn. And then last but not least, you want to check your heater. You will turn your heater, make sure it works on all levels, high and low. Well, just crank it up high. You want to check to see that the defroster works. And once you turn it on defrost, you want to put your hand up top to make sure the defroster is working. After you check the defroster, you want to turn it to the floor. And turn it to the floor and make sure that, and put your hand down there and make sure that the floor is blowing on the floor and the blower is blowing. That will be all of the in-cab that you will need to do.